This is a download from the BBC. For more information and our terms of use, please go to bbcworldservice.com/podcasts.
Hello and welcome to the Africa Today podcast from the BBC at 15:30 GMT on Wednesday, the 21st of November. I'm Audrey Brown, and in the pod today, the new play showing in New York tackles the seemingly simple subject of identity in Botswana. Now to my part of the world. Motswana means person from the Tswana ethnic group, and it also means citizen of Botswana. But a new play showing in New York City questions just who really is Motswana and whether the name unites or divides people who claim it as an identity. And this from a country that's always been seen as ethnically stable. Leslie Goff reports for Focus on Africa from New York, and he went to see a new one-man play, Motswana, it's called. Afterwards, he spoke to its writer and the star, Donald Molosi, who is part Kalanga, another ethnic group in southern Africa, and part Motswana. He spoke to him about the pitfalls and pleasures of the Motswana identity.
Motswana historically means one belonging to the Tswana ethnic groups. And I think the nation never really understood why we use the same word Motswana to refer to everyone in the nation nationally, but we also use it ethnically to describe certain groups. And I think to some people it's an alienating factor that they may be Kalanga or some other groups that are not ethnically Tswana, but have to be nationally Motswana. And this is what I hope to explore more as the show grows. I think there's a tension there. Now, as I mentioned before, my father's side is Kalanga. The Kalangas are not ethnically Tswana. They are a minority in Botswana. And as such, their languages are not taught in schools. In many ways, my father's Kalanga people get the opposite treatment of my mother's Tswana people. Whereas my mother's Tswana people are dominant in politics, the Kalangas are not. I think the people who have always had the privilege of being both ethnically Tswana and nationally Tswana, they are more likely to guard that identity and not want the Motswana idea to be questioned. So you have this privilege that everything around you is catered for your understanding. And those are the people who perhaps question the notion of Motswana less. On every denomination of our Pula currency, you will see a Tswana face. And being Kalanga in Botswana also meant that I did not learn about Kalanga. And for me, that is the condition of being a Motswana, is to have these gaps in the knowledge, your knowledge of yourself. I'm questioning something that we never question, we have not questioned, and we could benefit a lot from finding a place to root our pride instead of being blindly proud about this country.
Might some feel you're airing family business abroad?
I think Botswana will be proud of it and be very happy because it's a critical love letter. Being part of all these people and in the knowledge that none dare contest that assertion, I shall claim that I am an African. I am a Motswana.
The one-man show Motswana, performed there by Botswanan Donald Molosi. So what do those who've seen the show make of the show?
It was a great depiction of the nuances of African identity and specifically Botswanan culture, because it is a country that we talk about so much.
I think it was wonderful to hear someone talk about Africa and being African in such a dynamic way, showing how it's not a single story, but there's so much going on and how it all conflates and how all the cultures combine into making this one person who you can identify as being African. So it was great.
A final question. I mean, your play is here in New York City at the time of the second term for President Obama. Can we hope for a one-man production telling the story of Barack Obama, perhaps? I mean, you are a witness you are living here in the United States in the time of Barack Obama. Does he compel you as a character worthy of a one-man show?
Absolutely. I would be taking a leap for me to write from an American perspective, but you never know.
Playwright and actor Donald Molosi from Botswana. That's it for today. Thank you for downloading the Africa Today podcast from the BBC, recorded weekdays at 15:30 GMT. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Google+. Our username is BBC Africa and our website is bbcafrica.com. I'm Audrey Brown, and until next time, goodbye.